Dicken, another question I had, something that I heard a lot from people who would ask me would be, how do I deal with an addiction? It could be anything from cigarettes to a behavior. It could be anything. What do you usually tell your clients who have some type of addiction and they ask you?
It's a good question, because all of us in some way, if we don't understand where our feelings come from, we start looking for things in the world that we think are going to make us feel better.
Right.
So here's the innocence of it, because I've worked with lots of people with addictions. Long before people have an addiction with something on the outside, they innocently become addicted to their own negative thinking.
Right.
So people worry, or people are constantly thinking, or people have a lot of angry thoughts, or they get depressed and they have a lot of depressed thinking. And that's a problem for people, because when people do a lot of thinking, they're going to feel what they're thinking, and if they don't feel good, they're going to want to find something that can help them feel better. So people turn to spending money, and then I feel better. They turn to sex, then I do this, and then I feel better, so I gotta do more and more and more so I can keep feeling good. Food, I gotta keep eating, because when I eat, I feel good. Alcohol, drugs, you name it. There can be unbelievably number of things people become addicted to. Long before they become addicted to those things, they are caught up in thoughts that make them feel tense or uncomfortable or unhappy, and they're innocently looking for the cure.
Yeah.
Okay, so when I work with people who have addictions, the problem isn't on the things they're doing or taking. The problem is that they are doing a lot of thinking that creates unhappiness, and they don't know that it's their own thinking creating it.
Right.
So when they learn that and begin to fall out of the thinking that makes them unhappy, and then they find that the happiness they were looking for has always been inside them, and it comes out when we uncover it.
Mm-hmm.
That's the cure for addictions, because now they're looking within for the cure rather than looking outside for something they think is going to give them the cure, which never does ultimately.
Yeah.
Right? So as people do less and less negative thinking, less and less, they feel better and better. And now they're getting high off of the natural good feelings with no consequence.
Yeah, the other way, it's like a cat chasing its own tail almost.
Yes.
To an extent. It never ends, it just keeps going.
Never constantly searching for the next high, waiting for it, trying to get it, needing it, wanting it, looking for it.
Right.
And then this is saying, stop looking outside to blame the world for how bad you feel or to find your happiness outside. Look within. Go beyond your thinking to this quiet underneath that thinking, and there's beautiful feeling, your innate well-being. And when you fill up with that, when people are really happy, they're not looking for something to make them happy, they've already found it.
Yeah.
So that's the direction I point people in who have addictions.
Beautifully said.